My name is Niels Arnfred, and I'm director of the Executive MBA Programme, which Copenhagen Business School Executive and Mount Kenya University are now offering in a partnership supported by the Danish government. And the idea of that program is that it differentiates itself from classical MBA programs where you primarily learn through theory, through the way we conduct the assignments. You work with your own company, you work on a personal leadership dimension, so we are very much hands-on in the whole process. The program will last for 17 months and is divided into 3 modules, each of which you can conclude with either a certificate and then a diploma, and the third one, the degree.
The whole idea is that you bring together a group of executives. And in the class, of course, you have the professor, who is the teacher, who can convey some traditional messages, his knowledge about what business is. But far more important is that in the room there are 30 students maybe, who are all managers of businesses. Each of them have a knowledge of how they conduct their own business. What is a good way of doing it, what is bad, where did they burn their fingers, and so they have a lot of experience. And this program, we bring that experience up front, discuss it openly, so actually we learn from each other. We learn from each other. And the main role of the professor in such a program will be to facilitate the learning, to make sure that everybody participates and feel part of this interaction. Whereas in the more traditional class, it would more be the professor who's conveying a message to the students, who can then discuss it, of course, with the professor. But it's a much more interactive fashion of doing, and that's why it's so important that we get away from the classroom, get into a nice setting where we have group rooms, where we can have small discussions, where groups can also prepare their opinions on some issue, and then go back in plenary and discuss it openly with the other guys.
We are going to use problem-based learning. What that means is that we are going to tackle real problems that are facing companies and organizations and try to show the participants, or at least model it to participants, how they can tackle those real problems. And the idea of introducing the problem-based methodology is the fact that, people go back to school to read books, learn theories, and do all those exams. But at the end of the day, those MBAs, they cannot really tackle the real challenges that are facing organizations and companies. So what MKU is trying to do is to introduce participants to the real practical issues that companies are dealing with, so that they can impact those companies in a very positive way.
So the student will have a dual confrontation with people who are working very much on the personal leadership dimension, making people very much aware of how am I as a leader? How do my employees see me? How effective is it when I try to implement something in the organization? How do I want to change myself? That's a personal thing. But also, and that's the part where I'm mostly engaged in, is the understanding of what is the industry drivers I'm facing in my industry. What are the challenges? It could be that I'm in an industry where a lot of consolidation is going on, and a lot of foreign companies are coming into the market, and I need to be very much aware of all these changes, trends, to be prepared to lead my organization in the right direction.
Classes are typically held at weekends, so that the participants can continue to hold on to their jobs and continue to perform in their jobs and apply the learning that they get from these courses. Participants essentially go through a process of understanding themselves and understanding what it means to be a leader. The faculty that manages the course is a mix of local and international lecturers. I would therefore encourage anybody who is looking to go to the next level to think and consider this program very seriously.